Hey you! Just thought I would try something new with the intro, but I guess that was a little bit more anticlimactic than I thought. Okay, so I'm gonna try to keep this really short so that we can just get started. I don't really have expectations going into episode 5, except I would really love it if we can get some questions answered, because where we left last time was like a serious cliffhanger. Also, last thing I gotta say before we switch gears, you know when Red Dagger was like, come with me if you want to live, right? And I'm like, oh, where have I heard that before? And it reminded me of that line from the Lego movie, come with me if you want to not die.
Come with me if you want to not die.
I wasn't 100% sure like where they got that line from, because you know how it is with kids movies, like they always like use adult humor just so that like it can appeal to all ages. So y'all came at me in the comments like, this is from the Terminator, Ahlam. I have never seen the Terminator in my entire life, but am I surprised that that quote is from the Terminator? No. So yeah, I thought that would be really funny to share, like that made me giggle. But yeah, to quote the Lego movie, come with me if you wanna not die. Alright, so I think now would be a good time to switch gears, and I will see you in a second. Huzzah! Alright, Miss Marvel, let's get it. I think we're gonna get a little history lesson here. Oh, they changed it to sepia. Oh, it's gonna... We're kicking it old school with the old film. Oh, run for your life, woman. Title sequence!
She lives. A beautiful man. Hassan.
Okay, yep, this is the great-grandparents. I like the color scheme and the lighting here. And then that's Nani-sana. Yep, the captions got it right.
Fatima. So this is where you've been hiding. But now that I found you, we can put our plan into action.
She can't, probably.
You have to take her with you. You have to trust me with this, Hassan. For her sake.
Aisha.
You're crying now. Just go.
Oh god. Uh-oh.
You've turned your back on us. Your family, your people. Where's the banker, Aisha? Fatima.
When you killed her, she meant it. She said she would have.
I'll find it if it's the last thing I do.
It won't work. Fatima, no.
She just stabbed her? Oh no. No, they got separated? No. No. Okay, so there's Kamala.
What happened to you? Anger worked.
She did travel back in time.
It brought you back to me.
And we're back. Girl, what did you do?
veil. It's open.
Pick it up, Kamala.
That doesn't sound
Pick up
good.
the phone. She's not picking up the phone. She's still not home.
You know, Magnum got lost once. I had him microchip.
Okay, Magnum is a dog. Kamala is a girl. Okay?
And use the Find My Phone feature to see where she is.
Like
Uh-oh.
spyware for parents?
Kind of.
Uh-oh. Oh god, that's not good.
I can make it.
Your friend just burned to death. I don't think you can. Yeah, you have Kamran.
I don't.
Yes, you do!
I can close it.
No!
Kamran.
Uh-oh.
Who is that?
Assalamu alaikum, auntie. Nani?
Walaikum salam, beta. That girl?
Yeah.
Da-da-da.
That's your mother at your age.
No.
No.
Oh, wow.
She was quite the rebel, you know. Bruce Springfield.
Nay, mummy, please don't put all these lies into my daughter's head, okay? It was on joking. Why have I never heard of this? Well, because you.
Wait, it's
and
Bruce
everyone else-
Springsteen, not
Your father and I
Bruce
had a lot
Springfield.
of adventures, Kamala.
One that would bring me back to you.
That's a nice aerial shot. Wait, oh god, I'm scared of what's gonna happen. Hey Bruno. Oh god, I'm a little worried.
I don't know where else to go.
I don't think that's a good idea.
It's one of my favorite elements.
Okay.
Bruno. Oh my god, I genuinely thought your name was Brian this whole time.
Oh, no, I noticed the first four.
To stay here so my mom knows where to find me.
Behind fend for yourself. What makes you think she's coming back?
She
Leave me behind.
disintegrated.
You don't get it.
She's not coming back. She disintegrated. She's gone. Oh.
Sorry.
It's fine, right? And I'm not gonna leave you to deal with damage for yourself, so you're good. We'll just stay here. We'll figure it out. Well, I don't know if you're hungry, but my nana's out of town. She left some lasagna in the fridge.
No, I knew something bad was gonna happen. Oh god. Oh god.
We have to go.
Of course they end it right there. Of course they end it right there. I hate it when they do that. Alright, so that was short. I will come back with a review in a second. You saw that again in the mirror, didn't you? Okay, so this is definitely better than last week. I have 4 pages worth of notes. Well, I'm gonna say 3.5. This episode was directed by Fatima Asghar, who happens to have family history related to the partition. I have mostly positive comments, and I have as much negative comments as I do neutral comments. I'm gonna start with the positive comments. So first things first, my worry was that they wouldn't cast Pakistani actors. I didn't know that many actors of Pakistani descent besides Iman Vellani and Arameez Knight. Well, Arameez Knight is only like half, but it's still valid. but both of them grew up here in the West. This is not to invalidate them, it's just like I wanted to see like Pakistani actors who were born and raised in Pakistan. So this episode was the perfect introduction for me. I had no idea how much of a big deal Fawad Khan is, and Mehwish Hayat, she carried this episode. I really hope this isn't the last time that we see her, and I really hope that her role in this series gets the praise that she deserves, especially from the Pakistani community. Because let me tell y'all, she was acting. Like, she was playing such an empowering character. Even little Sana at the train station, like, she was just breaking my heart. I mean, alhamdulillah, like, Kamala helped her reunite with her father, and we finally got to see what Nani meant when she said that it was like this trail of stars that led her back to her father. Like, that scene was so beautiful, and like I was emotionally moved by that scene. Another positive point, I am loving the visuals as always. I love the warm color schemes in the Rose Garden, especially because that was the scene when Aisha and Hassan had met for the first time, and also we get to see them grow as a couple. So that choice of lighting was perfect for them. I even liked how in the beginning of the episode there was a sepia filter indicating that we're going back in time. That little documentary-like intro explaining the partition was a nice touch as well. To me, it was setting the background for a history lesson, which I'm glad that we got. Even if you're not Pakistani like me, like, this was an important episode for a reason. Another positive point is I'm really glad that the veil was not called the hijab, which, okay, veil in Arabic is hijab, because if that was the case, then we're gonna have some problems. But also, I don't know if this is relevant to say, but the veil kind of reminds me of the portal to the Upside Down in Stranger Things. I had to mention that. Like, I'm still recovering from volume 2, by the way, in case anyone's wondering. Another interesting point is, I think close to the end of the episode, when Kamala broke her necklace, there's only like the calf part of her necklace, and someone on Twitter was saying that it looks like the lightning bolt in her costume, so that blew my mind. I mean, it makes sense, like, she doesn't have any lightning superpowers. And even when Red Dagger gave his red scarf to Kamala, notice how, like, in her costume, the red scarf is kind of like a cape in a way. So that was pretty mind-blowing. Another thing I really liked was the comic relief between Muniba and her side of the family. You know, like when Muniba was worried about Kamala and like Nani jokes that like she microchipped her dog so that she doesn't keep losing him. Even when they were looking at old photos of Muniba from when she was younger, that was really sweet. Especially having all three of them together, that was pretty special. The last positive point that I am gonna share, and I saved this one for last for a reason. In the beginning, we see that Kamala wasn't too confident in her abilities, but ultimately we see throughout the series that she is more of who she is because of her powers, especially with the bangle, because, I mean, we were all so skeptical of that bangle, but that bangle possesses the powers is the reason why Kamala is more of her than she has ever been in the entire series. But yeah, in the beginning, Kamala wasn't too confident in her abilities, but ultimately, she was the reason why her family had survived the partition, and wow. It took Aisha's great-granddaughter to get her the legacy that she wanted and to keep her family safe. Like, the love and the growth. Wow. Okay, I have a neutral point that I'd like to share. I was a little surprised at how Muniba was like totally cool with her daughter having superpowers. My assumption is that parents or loved ones would be like totally freaked out if they knew that someone they cared about happened to be like a supernatural being and can fight crime. But Muniba, she's not like other moms. She's a cool mom. But yeah, I put that as a neutral point because like that was a little confusing to me, and I wasn't just gonna ignore that. Another neutral point I have is I'm a little confused as to why it was Kamala who reunited her grandma back to her father. If she couldn't go back in time, maybe it could have changed like the course of events altogether. I mean, what else could have possibly filled the void between Sana getting separated and ultimately reuniting with her father? Maybe I missed that in the episode, but I mean, if you have answers, like, feel free to comment down below. And then, this is not really a neutral point, and this is not really an opinion either. This is just an observation that I had, but Najma does not care if you are a mother or a child. If you keep her from getting the bangle, she will kill you. I just think it's funny how Najma is so desperate to get home, and yet she witnesses her partner in crime disintegrate into ashes. Kamala even warned her, but Najma didn't care. She's like, nah, take me too. Then she sacrifices herself so that the veil possesses Kamran. For what though? In the name of family? Yeah, I don't think Najma really is a family person, to be honest. But yeah, just thought I'd like to share that. And on to the negative points now. So I have been complaining about this for the past couple of weeks now, but this episode was too short. In fact, this one was shorter than the previous one. The finale is next week, and it better be like at least an hour. Another negative point I have is that abrupt cliffhanger and the episode ending like the lights are going out just like that. So rude. It does make good suspense, but I've never heard a positive comment about how an episode ends abruptly just like that. The last negative point that I have is I wasn't really a fan of Kareem's exit. Like, he seemed like he was in such a hurry to leave. I don't know what it was. Maybe I was expecting a little bit more right before he left, but I don't know. He just said hi to Kamala's family and fled. But hey, I hope we get to see him in the finale. I hope this isn't the last time that we see him. Okay, so those are all the points that I have. Overall, the emotional depth of this episode was what made it so special. If I could give this a personal rating, I would give it, let's do 8.5 roses. How about that? So if I'm not mistaken, I believe the finale is next week, and I need it to go off like a bang. 6 episodes where they gradually get shorter is not enough for me. I want reunions, I want ends tied. Like I said, I want the finale to at least be 1 hour. Listen, if the Duffer Brothers can make the Volume 2 finale over 2 hours, then maybe Adil and Bilal can too. I'm also hoping for like a little sneak peek or a cameo of some sort, or whatever the next MCU project that will be relevant to the ending of Miss Marvel. But yeah, that is it for this week's episode. I hope you enjoyed this week's video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Comment down below, like, what did you think of this episode? And what do you hope to see in the finale? If you haven't subscribed to my channel already, like, what are you doing? Come on, don't be shy. And don't forget to ring the bell. Make sure you follow me on my social media so that you know that I'm alive. But other than that, I think I will wrap this up and I will go now. I hope you have a great rest of your week, and I will see you next time. Bye!